welcome to another episode of Loving Life with Cass. I'm super glad you're here watching, and this is gonna be awesome! Woo! So today's episode, we're gonna talk about how to have a better airport experience. Yay! This is super great for anyone who has never been to the airport and been on a flight before. It's also super great if you're flying for the first time. It's also good if you always have really bad airport experiences. This will definitely help you and change your whole life and make you feel a lot better about going to the airport. And if you're a frequent flyer, this is probably great for you too. It's always good to get a little refresher, and you can share it with all your friends and family and help them be just as great as you are. The stuff that you'll learn in this video will be really helpful for yourself, but also be really helpful for everyone around you at the airport, and it'll just help make the whole airport experience for everybody, the general public, society as a whole, just a lot better. Just super great, and I'm really excited. Woo! Okay, so number one. Numero uno, this is a really important one, but weigh your bag before you leave your house. So this is important because if you don't know, airlines have baggage weight limits to the checked bag. So if you're checking in a bag, it needs to be 50 pounds or less, or 23 kilograms or less. Or they'll charge you a ridiculous amount of fees. So one time I actually got charged $106. $106 and I was only 5 pounds over the baggage limit, so my bag was 55 pounds and I got charged $106. So no, you don't want to do that. You don't want to have that be your first thing to start off your trip that way. You don't want to start off your trip that way at all, trust me. So what you should do is grab a scale and weigh your bag before you even leave your house. Do it like if you have more time, just in case your bag is a little overweight. I wouldn't leave it to the last minute. Do it like you're leaving in the morning, do it the night before. Or if you're leaving at 12 in the afternoon, do it at like 9 in the morning, just so you have some time to take things out, add more things if you want to, if you're not at the limit yet. So number two is use your phone and save some treats. So instead of printing out your e-ticket, what you can do is actually have your ticket on your phone. So all the airlines have apps where you can go and save your ticket right onto the phone. So instead of like having all these loose papers and, you know, especially if you're traveling with more than one person, or if you have more than one flight and you have multiple tickets, you don't have to worry about them. They can all just be on your phone, and you can actually just scan your phone instead of scanning a piece of paper. So it's good for the environment, and it's better for you, less stressed. You only have to worry about your passport and your phone, which you will be, we're all glued to our phones anyways, right? So you'll know where that is. Number three is, if you can, I suggest that you just bring a carry-on. So this one's pretty hard for me. Sometimes I like to overpack just because it's who I am and I like to bring a lot of stuff with me. But it's actually way better to just have a carry-on with you. So number one, you won't have to pay around $25 to check your bag in. Number two, you won't have to waste time waiting for your bag to come out at baggage claim, which is pretty awesome. Woo, 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 woo! And you do eliminate the risk of having your bag lost. So while this rarely happens, it has happened to me on a flight which was delayed. Okay, so number four is clearly mark your bag. So if you are checking a bag, clearly mark it, like get a nice tag that has your information on it, just so you know exactly which bag is yours and it's easier to spot. Also, you can also like mark your carry-on, which is a great idea too, just in case. It never hurts to have an extra little tag on there. Number five is a really good tip for life in general, but don't stress and don't panic. So even if your trip doesn't go as planned, or if your flight's delayed because the weather's bad, or it gets canceled, or you miss your connecting flight, or whatever it is, don't stress, don't panic, because everything's gonna be fine. Breathe in, breathe out, and if you need to, go grab a drink at the bar and just be calm. Number six is to bring something to keep you entertained. So you can bring a book, a magazine, your journal. You can bring Netflix. You can bring Netflix with you, so you can watch it on your computer or phone or iPad or whatever you got going on. And you can actually download episodes now if you don't know that, which I think a lot of people do know that, but you can download them right to your phone so you don't need Wi-Fi or anything. Most airports do have Wi-Fi though, so it's not the end of the world if you don't download it before. You could also like bring a sketchbook or crossword puzzle. Do people still do crossword puzzles? I hope so. Make America great again. Do a crossword puzzle. 7. Be prepared for security. So this actually starts way before you get to the airport. So when you're packing your carry-on, just make sure you know what's in your carry-on. Also, things to consider: what kind of outfit you're wearing. So you ladies don't want to wear a lot of metal jewelry because you're going through a metal detector. And if you have stuff in your pockets, so it's cool to keep it, just make sure you know that it's there so that you can take it out and put it in the bin when it comes time to go through security. If you have bringing a laptop, remember that it needs to go into its own bin by itself. And remember that everything needs to go into a bin. So even your bag itself actually needs to be placed in a bin. If you have any liquids in your carry-on, make sure they're 100 milliliters or less, and that they're in a plastic bag so you can easily pull it out and place it on in the bin. So that's what you have to do. You will be required to take off your shoes unless they're sandals, your belts, your jackets, and any hats that you're wearing. So I take out my laptop, place it in its own bin, put my bag in another bin, then take off my purse, put it in another bin, and then in the bin with my purse, I take off my jacket if I'm wearing a hat, and my shoes, put them all together. So I have 3 bins. Just slide those suckers on by and do my little scan check thing, and good to go. Number 8 is check to make sure you have all the right documents before going to the country that you're going. So this is something that needs to be done before the airport. I would check as soon as I was even thinking about where I was going. So sometimes you need visas to get into countries. No, not credit cards. It's just a visa saying that you can stay for a certain amount of time in that country and that you're just being a tourist, or if you're going for business or school, you'll get different kinds of visas. So what you need to check is that if you need a visa, first of all, and if you do, how long the visa actually lasts for. So I know that when I was in Thailand, the tourist visa lasts for 4 weeks, so we were staying there for 6 weeks, so we had to go and like reapply for the visa, which wasn't a big deal, but it's just something that you want to be cautious about and know so you don't run into any delays entering or leaving the country. You want a smooth ride. So number 9 is to relax, read, and when in doubt, ask somebody. So especially if you're traveling by yourself or for the first time, I know that it can get a little stressful if you don't know where you're going, but don't worry because airports are actually really clearly labeled. So if you need to go to C34, it will show you exactly where to go. All you gotta do is look up. Oh, that's where baggage is. And you just follow the little sign. And what I found too, if you're nervous that you don't know the language, don't be, because most airports actually have English in them as well. And if really you're super stressed and still don't know where you're going, or you just really want to find the best food court, or you don't know where to eat, always ask airport staff. People are usually really friendly if you're nice to them. I always ask the airport staff like where to eat, where my foodies at, because they usually have the best recommendations because they work there, so they know the good spots. So it's a fun bonus tip for you. And number 10, the last tip in the video, is to please do not get up and line up at the gate before the airline staff tells you to. So the airline staff actually has a whole system laid out so that everybody is grouped into groups, and they call the groups one at a time, and you go up and you get in line and you get to go on the plane. Don't get up before your time. Attention passengers boarding flight AC 1037 to Toronto. We are now boarding group 3. Anybody in group 3, please come to the gate now. So that will happen. If you're group 4 and you get up and you get in line, they'll actually tell you to go sit down and wait for your group. So just relax, you're gonna get on the plane, everything's gonna be fine. Wait for your number and you're good to go. It's also really helpful because if you start standing up and even if you start like, you're not at the gate but you're standing up now because you know they're gonna call you, like you're gonna get yourself stressed out for no reason. Like you're gonna be like, should I be standing? They're standing, everyone else is standing. Should I stand? I should be standing. I should be standing. Should I be on the plane? What time is it? Did I go to the bathroom? And like, that's not good for anybody. Just calm down. Stay seated until they call your boarding group. There you go. Super simple. You're done. And you're on the plane. You're flying. You're having a good time. Everything's great. No stress. No stress. Boom. 10 awesome tips to help you have a better airport experience. Yay! So it's great. I hope this was really helpful for you. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give me a nice thumbs up, please, and thank you. If you have any other tips that you like, that you think will help the world be a better place, write it in those comments, folks. And please follow me on Instagram and check out the blog Love and Life with Cass, and you'll have a good time. So please subscribe to the channel if you are liking this stuff and you'd like to see more videos on how to be a better traveler and just fun travel tips. Thank you. Hope you have a great day. I love you so much. You are doing awesome things, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.